Hello and welcome to my brand new 1v1 series, but with a bit of a twist. Instead of going for straight up Stone Warrior rushes every single game, I am going to climb the ladder, skipping the Stone Age where I am only allowed to attack from the start of the Bronze Age regardless of the strategy my opponent plays. I am allowed to defend with Stone Age units and buildings because, well, I don't want to lose, but I just cannot push my enemy until the Bronze Age. The goals of this series are to 1. Find some of the best strategies to use in 1v1s for war selection out of the early ages, because I know all of them and have, let's say, mastered them. 2. Improve my own personal 1v1 skill at the game, also by climbing the ladder, even though we all know that the ladder doesn't really mean much at the moment. And 3. Have some fun with the game. People are too competitive and I probably will be too at times, but we need to chill out and have some fun. As always, press the like button, comment below for that monthly giveaway, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Check out the description to join my very own Discord kingdom, and well, let's crack on with the series. I hope you enjoy. We are back with another 1v1, and today we have 2 matches. We are still quite low on points for ranked, and the players just don't seem to be my level just yet. As usual, we start off by queuing some workers, building our house as fast as possible to not get pop capped because of your starting scout, then of course sending your scout around the base to check for resources whilst getting my warehouse down and again some more houses. A little tip that I often mention is to make a wall of houses around your starting area so that you can keep your enemies away from your workers. If you start next to some water, it's worth checking the amount of fish pools and what animals are around so you know how easy it is to get to that resource. This is probably the best spawn for a Stone Warrior rush because of the 4 or 5 fish pools. It's a great advantage on food. I noticed they have buffed the scout pushing animals trick. Of course, because in this series I cannot attack in the Stone Age, I try and get my temple down as soon as possible. I made sure to get it in a great spot next to some resources to make that as efficient as possible for my Bronze Age workers. And then worrying about how to stop my enemy getting into my base once again. The terrain hampered me a little bit, but it was okay. I managed to scout my enemy early on, so I had an idea what he was doing. He went on to build a fight pit, but then just stopped by the looks of it. And he has no workers on food. Right, let's just see what else he has in his base and then come back. I was a little worried about the tiger being so close, so I did make some fight pits and warriors just in case that attacked, and also in case my enemy attacked, but he didn't. Nothing happened for a very long time and I just focused on building an army and having a nice eco to attack with. As Asia, you should always have the resources ready to rebuild your entire army when attacking, because your units tend to be a little bit weaker than the Europe side. With Asia, you should always focus on just destroying economy rather than buildings and fighting other armies unless you really have to. Anyway, I have now started to push with towers, and I also split my workers for them to build on both sides of his base so I can try and apply as much pressure as possible. But he still didn't do anything. Another few minutes go by and finally he sends something in, and would you look at that, it's workers. Along with a couple spearmen, a few archers and even a stone warrior here or there, but on the other side I'm still going ahead with my towers. He does eventually get rid of the towers on that side, so I decide to send a few more workers up there to carry on building more. And well, he noticed that and sent a few archers to try and stop it, which obviously failed. I then plant a load of towers in his base for my workers to eventually build, and just to see if he could even stop it. I had an army of 20 heavy spearmen and 20 heavy archers to push up with, and he does try to stop the towers eventually. Again with everything he had. And just look on the map how small his territory is now with all my towers around his base. And in the end, unfortunately, he decided to give up. I mean, I don't think there was actually anything that he could have done, because if he did take out my towers, I had an army of 40 heavy Iron Age units ready to go in and finish the job. GG to that guy, and well, I don't think that's enough for this video. Let's go ahead and get into the next game of this series. So this is game 3 in our ranked series, and I would like to say that this was much more difficult than the last, but it wasn't. Even though this guy had a bit more knowledge of the game in terms of what to do, I still felt he wasn't quite up there with the same level of skill, unfortunately. Hey, call me a smurf all you like, I'm just trying to make this entertaining for you guys. Well, to be fair, on my main account I only have 22 points in the rank system, so I'd be facing the same sort of people. We are in the third game. I won't show you all of the Stone Age parts because, well, you already saw most of that in the first game, and I do pretty much the same thing, but this time with Europe. Also, because this time I thought my opponent was going to be a bit better, I thought I might have needed bulwarks early on to defend with. I scouted him pretty early on and noticed he was going for his temple first, and it looked like he was trying to build some sort of death trap with his houses. I was actually starting to get a little bit worried. But I had a decent spawn, 4 or 5 fish pools once again to start us off in the game, and no animals to stop it. The next goal was just to get Europe spearmen. A few minutes later my scout was attacked by stone warriors. My base is not prepared for a stone warrior rush, just look at it. I knew I had to get some fight pits down ready just in case he attacked, and his scout is here too, now he can see what's going on. I managed to make some slingers to help defend until I had the resources in the Bronze Age for Europe, as we all know how difficult this transition can be if you get attacked early on in 1v1s. I kept waiting and waiting for those warriors to come, getting my economy up and working on a little army to attack with, but he just didn't send anything. I then decided to once again push my enemy with towers to collect as much vision as possible. I believe that vision wins most games of war selection, of course being able to play the game as well, but you know, being able to see what your enemy's doing is a huge advantage. I did actually push with the slingers, but we was well out of the Stone Age now. I just forgot to upgrade them. They were mainly used just to clear animals on the way to his base. And a minute or so later, he doesn't seem to like what I'm doing with the towers, and after one attack from him, he just leaves the game. I'm not sure why, because he might have had a chance. His base didn't look that bad, I guess. well, what can I do? Trying to get content for you guys, and we play people like this. Fingers crossed for next time though. Anyway, that is all I have to show you today in this 1v1 series. We now have 96 points and are slowly on the way to joining the top 100, which isn't that hard to do really, let's be honest. If you did like this video, then press that thumbs up. Comment below anything at all for my monthly giveaways, or if you have any ideas on anything I can improve on around here. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new and pop those notifications on to not miss out on anything that goes on around here, as you could miss out on quite a bit. Check out the description for more info on the things that do go on around here, and I appreciate every one of you for watching this far. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.